Good afternoon from Snake Mountain Boatworks on Friday, September 25. The saga of the Old Town Transom continues. I'll let John pick it up and give you the next chapter in this drama.
And taking out the transom, it was kind of interesting because the old boards, when we put the transom in, had to be repaired, and we repaired them with epoxy, and we had filled all the screw holes in the lapstrakes on the sides of the boat. So we had to figure out how we could get them screws back out and that epoxy back out with blowing all the boards back apart. So we used a spot drill, and we spot drilled, we prick punched all the centers of the holes, then we spot drilled them out down to the screws. Then we picked the filler out of the screws, backed all the screws out with a Ferris tip. Unfortunately, some of them didn't come out, some of them did. After all the screws were removed, I had to take a fine tool and I had to cut out the 5200 between the transom and the lapstrakes in the bottom of the boat. Some of the screws are hidden and couldn't get to them, so they get cut off with a fine tool. And then, after everything is released, the transom was removed. And of course these braces were all 5200'd in too, so they had to be cut. The 5200 had to be cut behind that and released. And
So we've got her out, but at least the outside edges give us a good pattern of.
yes, we can very much so use the outside of this for a pattern for the outside of the next transom. Then we just have to figure out what angles to cut as we cut it, because as you go down through and around the bottom with this transom at a 12 or 13 degree angle, it changes angle from the sides to the bottom as you go down through, and it's nice to cut it all nice and tight so we could 5200 it all back in and screw it back in place without losing its shape. So,
But at least we didn't, the editorial John was able to get it out without doing any damage to the ends of the lapstrakes or the bottom planking. And we'll keep following this process as we begin to fabricate the new transom. Thank you so much from Snake Mountain Boatworks.